make some noise for Ezra Paco.
Ezra!
Hey, Ezra! Play me a guitar.
Hello. You will be here a while, Pete. Here on the Woodham's podcast with bits of stand-up comedy peppered into our rape allegation podcast. Man, I had stuff written, and what's cool about these Zooms is everyone just kind of gives me something to piggyback off of, and I'm like, I'm still new. I don't know where DJ is, but I'm new to all this too, and I'm just like, whoa, like. Where can I say, can I go off what someone else said or not? And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll tell you, everyone's being all hush-hush about it. Apparently Kobe tried to, like, put it in the girl's butt, and she's like, no! And he's like, yes, I'm 18 and horny. And I'm like, the mistakes that we all probably made when we were 18, like, I think I remember trying to put it in my girl's butt when she was 18. Not this one.
Not this one.
And she don't like it either. So like the census isn't very good on like girls that like it in the butt. What in the butt? Like that's what he did. And she's like he's like, hey baby, can you sound like a dolphin? And she's like So that's what he tried to do. So I've clarified that. Now I feel like I did my that's my social justice, because everyone's always trying to do social justice. They're trying to take, if you own a Dr. Seuss book that no one gave a shit about until last week, check your attic, check all your kids' books, because you might have a book worth a few car payments. And the thing about that is like you draw attention to something negative. I didn't know those 6 books. I knew One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Dead Fish, or whatever. I knew fucking Green Eggs and Spam, all that, the Filipino edition, Green Eggs and Spam. But like those
The
others,
cat likes that.
yeah, the cat who likes the cat who likes. Oh my god, the flip that. Never mind. Anyway, those six books, I never even heard of them until now. Now I want them. It's like when they censored Dr. Dre videos. He wants to bleep with the biggest bleep and I'm like, what does she want? And like, I went out of my way to find out what the bad things were that they were trying to block out. When you censor stuff, all you do is draw attention to those things. They do it on MTV all the time. It was like my kid would be like, what is that? And he asks stuff, and I go, oh man, now he's gonna go really seek out what WAP is, instead of just coming right out and saying it, coming out with the books. They're just trying to change they're taking Pepe Le Pew out of freaking Space Jam 2, like, is it gonna be Freedom Le Pew? Like, that's out. Yeah, dude, they're fucking,
Because he's like,
yeah. I'm like doing
sexual
no,
harassment. Yeah.
I'm not by myself. I've got my posse with me, and we're all making a lot of noise. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, like, why? They took out Speedy Gonzalez, and everyone's going to want to look up these characters. People are going to want to find out. Pepe Le Pew's stock is going to blow up. I just started trading on, like, Robinhood, because my EDD finally came through. You should look and see if Pepe Le Pew has stock, because it's going to go up, because that fucking skunk's getting a lot of attention. That skonka. Yeah. Oh, God, Pepe Axe. Oh, man, like, I used to love wearing Axe because I didn't know any better, and it reminded her of an X, so I had to get rid of all my Axe. The X is Axe. I got rid of that shit. I came up with a politically correct term the other day at work. You get these couples that come in where it's a young chick with an old dude. I serve a Cracker Barrel. You get a lot of that, like, hey, baby, and they're with their sugar daddy. I'm like, you can't have a sugar daddy anymore. It has to be a glucose-friendly, non-binary parent. And that's going to take a long time, but now we can't say sugar daddy. You're not going to be able to say sugar baby. You're going to have to just be like, this is my non-binary glucose child, and it hasn't decided what it wants to be yet. I think I keep seeing these things get canceled, and all it's done is remind me of the old days. You know, I've been reminiscing on all of how simple life was. I spent an hour talking to Shalane last night about how cool it was to go to the VHS store we would a Blockbuster Video. We didn't get one till like way later. We're Santa Maria, so we got it. And I'm just like I died and went to plastic tape heaven. Like, oh man, and you'd. The funny thing was that I used to do is we used to start. I started kind of being prepubescent once you got into like the video store phase. So you would try to look at a provocative cover of a video and just pray that one of the movies you rented had at least a good 45-second sex scene that you could just rewind and wear that spot in the tape out. Like, oh man, here, like in like Desperado. I think is it J-Lo in that, or like there was like
Salma Hayek.
Oh, Salma Hayek. Oh god, even I heard it was a stunt double in that too.
Oh.
But you'd find a spot that had a scene or. Oh, J-Lo was in U-Turn. She's getting railed by Nick Nolte. He's supposed to be your stepdad. But I remember that shit. That's how much it meant to me to have the sex scene to rewind a couple times. I remember one time even being able to... I don't even care. It's funner to say this embarrassing shit in front of my wife. That scene in Howard Stern's Private Parts when Jenna Jameson gets on the speaker and rides it. And I was like, oh, this is it. I mean, when you're that young and get that excited, you're like, yeah, you can like beat it to anything. I think I tried to like stick it in a 3-liter Shasta bottle once. That's why it's so awesome to have a wife. Oh man, a 3-liter. Well, you tried to like it was big.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I can show you later, but I don't think they make 3-liter Shasta anymore. Maybe one of like the Carniceria still sells it like that. That's probably the most embarrassing. You know, that's how much I love Pete and what he does here. Is that I say some of the most embarrassing stuff on here right in front of you guys and my wife and my good buddy Mumsley here, because you guys have just been super cool to do all this with. Man, I should just leave it there. You know what? I think I'm going to, because I want Pete to go enjoy his night. You guys have been all super cool. Thank you so much, and here we go. Thank you. Kick ass tonight, Pete.
Yeah.
Kick ass,
Or
Pete.
guitar.
I don't want to eat into Pete. I will in a little bit, but Pete's got to do his thing. So thank you guys.